All right, so look, man, we got a Diddy update. Plus, we got some claims from a former inmate that supposedly was locked up with Diddy, said that he run to jail for real, for real. He got brothers making his bed, arguing about who closer to him, and all type of all type of stuff you wouldn't assume that people would be doing in jail. But hey, there's groupies everywhere, man, obviously. Let's get into this real quick. I'm going to read a little bit of this, then we're going to watch a couple videos. Right here it say P. Diddy's jealous groupies make rappers bid in prison. What type of money you need? Not even money. What type of hoe-ass nigga you gotta be to make another man's bed? I don't know. Right here it say a former inmate claimed he was held at the same housing unit as rapper gained insight on how he is faring. What another thing, bro? You got out of jail and your first thing was to run and tell the reporters and shit how Diddy doing in jail? Clout chasing is a drug, I'm telling you. The individual told Fox 5 reporter and street soldier basically that he is causing a bit of fandom, explaining they was groupies. What? Fandom in jail is crazy. They was being around him, jealous of another dude because he's closer to another dude. If there was a dude that was making his bed for him or doing something special for, what you mean something special for him? I hope you talking about making a little tea or something or getting his food for him, because something special in jail is crazy. Hey, they'd be hating on a dude like that. According to the former inmate, Diddy is just a regular person who is getting super comfortable in the facility. Oh, yeah, of course, because no matter who you is, whenever you get stuck in situations like that, the only thing that you can do for real, is adapt. But that was just something a little funny real quick. But they did say that a few days ago, Diddy's cell was actually raided. And I think the people that raided his cell, FBI or guards or whoever raided his cell, they took over stuff that was basically Diddy's lawyers is saying is client attorney privilege. For those who don't know, if you break a client attorney privilege, basically the whole case really can get thrown out, or basically you can't give up that. You can't take his information. I heard that they were actually looking, they gonna always say for contraband or weapons and stuff like that, but you can't be searching for that type of stuff and then take my notebook and read through it. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. You cannot do that.
Diddy claims they searched his cell illegally. The government insists the disgraced mogul is trying to silence and influence witnesses, even on social media.
I love y'all. I love y'all so much.
We love you too.
The he said, they said showdown landing right here in court today for an emergency hearing.
In this scathing new letter to the judge, Diddy's attorneys accuse the feds of outrageous government conduct, claiming authorities raided his cell inside the notorious Metropolitan Detention Center looking for documents that should have been kept private between Combs and his lawyer. They allege photos were taken of Diddy's handwritten notes and pages from legal pads. Those somehow ended up in the prosecution's possession. The government.
Right. So, and then even if the jail or anything or the FBI or whoever raided the cell did seize stuff, they trying to use it for real as evidence, because if you did seize this information, how did it get to the prosecutors? Because the prosecutors don't have anything to do with what you found in that man's cell. That's crazy work, bro. That's crazy.
Government insists it was carrying out a search for contraband. But prosecutors insist the rap icon has been illegally paying at least 8 inmates to use their phone accounts in jail to keep law enforcement from monitoring his calls. They also accuse him of using texting apps and three-way calling to keep authorities in the dark. And remember that video his kids posted on Instagram when he turned 55?
Sing happy birthday to Daddy.
Authorities allege it was aimed at tainting the jury pool.
Proud of y'all, especially.
It's I mean, I ain't here to just keep tanking up for Diddy, but some of this do sound crazy. How are you saying I'm trying to taint the jury by my kids singing me happy 50th, bro? 50 is a big number. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not saying it's like because older than them, but that's like, you know, like a landmark birthday, like 16, 18, 21, 30, 40, 50. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Everything ain't what they trying to make it. But it is what it is. They play how they play.
The girls, I mean, all of y'all, but just for being strong.
Prosecutors claim Combs has not only made efforts to publicly leak materials, they say the defendant's goal is to blackmail victims and witnesses either into silence or providing testimony helpful to his defense.
However, the current criminal federal indictment is very thin. It really is only Cassie. And allegedly, according to what Diddy's lawyers are saying, they mentioned victim 2, but they ain't talked to victim 2. Okay? They mentioned witness 1, which seemingly could be the bodyguard, Roger Bond. Witness 2, which is seemingly Kalina Harper, who already made a statement on the record for Diddy.
That's
which
crazy.
They're now trying to prove that Diddy, and this is going to, remember this part because it's going to explain a lot of what we're going to get into. Essentially, one of the witnesses they wanted to lean on already put out a statement back in Diddy. So that makes the government case look weak.
If any of that is true, not even all of it, if any of that is true, then it looked decent for Diddy, man. There's people that do beat these allegations, especially if they wasn't 100% true. But if the only thing they got is Cassie, they could spin that like through domestic violence or really just partying. That I don't think just her testimony is enough to act like he had this big. Well, first of all, it's a RICO, so this big criminal enterprise of trafficking. Like I just really don't see it being able to turn into that from if they really don't have that much. But do they probably have a lot more? Yeah, but if they start fumbling this case how they did whenever they searched his hut, man, it can get tricky for them.
So the Diddy case is pretty much going to come down to this. Yo, the way Diddy beats it. So I told you how Dirk beats it. Them witnesses got to stop witnessing shit. How does Diddy beat his shit? Well, first of all,
talk to me.
A lot of the people who are witnesses and non-indicted people have to come out and say, yo, I'm going to be honest with you, I was around. Diddy treat these people really well. Yeah, might have been abusive. Yeah, he might have slapped this bitch one time. But she slapped the fuck out of him too. I seen her throw her drink.
I just said that he had to act like, man, it was just a domestic situation. It's like it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Just between them two. It can't be like you that way with everybody because now it's starting to seem like you forcing them or R-wording them. But if it was just that between you and your significant other, then I don't really see how they can spin it if it's just her. That's why it's hard to believe.
So they're saying, you're telling me that it's only Cassie? Let my nigga out of jail, right? And also one of the witnesses recanting. The other person was probably a bodyguard who's, come on, let this guy out of jail. So
Right.
That's why there's this new bill hearing. So the prosecution or the AUSA came back with the main reason we don't want Diddy out of jail is that he's using his money to fuck up the case. He's paying people off. He's trying to coerce witnesses. He's trying to mess up the integrity of this entire situation. Okay, what's the first thing they did? And I'm not going to bring up the paperwork again because we went over it last stream. They said, yo, Diddy is running the jail. He's making calls on other people's PAC numbers to kind of instruct people to go hit up this person, hit up that person. He's trying to pay people off type of shit, right? Oh, okay, he's using other inmates to whatever. He's having his family do birthday wishes around him. Saying new discovery says this case is weak as fuck. The government's saying, we're still investigating, and Diddy's over here fucking up the case. He's using his money like a motherfucker. He's running the jail. He's paying people off. Shit's crazy. But here's what happened, chat. The government files another piece of document to say, oh, and judge, one more thing. The judge says, well, the judge didn't say that. They're just filing it at this point. Okay, what else? They said, we raided Diddy's cell and we found a fucking notebook. And the notebook that we found, Diddy got all type of shit scribbled in there. All that scrabble, like he got bad shit scribbled in there. And it appears, after we looked at it, it's like almost notes to, yo, pay somebody off for me. Oh, this person been paid. This is whatever. And they're saying,
that do look crazy if they read that, but the thing is, they broke his amendment by taking that and reading it anyway. Like, especially, he can flip it and say it's client attorney privilege. You feel what I'm saying? I was writing this to just make sure I remember to tell my lawyer this and that whenever I see him. You shouldn't have read that.
and that's more evidence that he's fucking with the case using his money. Now, this is where we get to today. Because the response filing, right, from Diddy's lawyers were, whoa, y'all raided his cell. Hold on now. What y'all, it's not like y'all found a cell phone in the cell and he's texting people or he's texting these people directly. Y'all found a notebook, which is a legal notebook, which is his notebook that he's taking notes on his own case and that he's using to jot stuff down to communicate with his lawyer.
I just said that. See, that's what I'm saying. There's certain ways that you got to go about getting new evidence, and running into this man's cell and taking his notebook is definitely not one of them. That's not legal. I don't care what nobody say. They can take anything out of your cell, say you ain't allowed to have it, but a pencil and some paper you are allowed to have. You're allowed to do whatever you want. But to add to my old case that I'm in here for, you cannot raid my cell and take my notebook. Now, if I had some tobacco, hit me over my head with it. If I had a cell phone and you found text messages of me doing this stuff, yeah. But if I'm jotting down random thoughts or what I can call notes to my lawyer, you broke the law. For real, you broke my amendment. But that's just a quick update about what's going on with Diddy. I did not hear nothing at the moment about if he received bail or not. 9 times out of 10, probably not. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, they pulling out all stops. They definitely trying to get him out of there. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Make sure you sub to the channel. Make sure you like the video. I'm going to catch y'all boys on the next one.